Right, so what's going on, guys? So today, this is a video that I think a lot of you guys have been requesting quite a lot. I think it's a lot of it's a massive thing. I think a lot of people are really trying to get a bit of guidance from the pros early on in the game about what custom tactics to use. So today, this is kind of what I'm going to be showing you. This is what I'm using. I'm going to actually, I've left it as pretty much blank. What I'm going to do it this one as the blank one then, and kind of show you guys what I'm thinking. Because I feel like it's easier if I talk you through it instead of you just seeing it, right? So, defensive style, right? I'm either, and this is up to you guys, I'm more of a pressing player, so I like press on heavy touch. So then what that means is when you're defending and the players are passing around, if an opposition pass does a bit of a stray pass or a bit of a heavy touch out of their feet, usually your player will get on top of them and kind of win the ball back. That's what I like because I'm a big pressing player. Obviously, any of you guys that watch the streams would know that. So that's what I'm using. I'm using pressure and heavy touch all the way. So width, I actually probably, again, I kind of waver between this one. It's hard, but I think I go with 4 width, because I just think it's quite. I don't want them too far out. I feel like it creates too many spaces, and with these through balls and pace being so overpowered this year, defensive width honestly is very, very annoying. Now depth. Now again, this is probably not going to be a popular opinion, but this is just how I see the meta going, and this is how I see people playing. I honestly could go down to low as 2 depth. I'm going with 3. That's what I'm playing, 3 depth right now. That for me kind of seems like a good enough range where it's kind of they're a bit deep, but they're not too deep where there's just massive gaps everywhere. But yeah, it's 3 or 4 depth for me. I think I'd be more inclined to probably go 4, but I think 3 is probably where the general player will find it a lot easier to play. Now, offensive style, again, this might be quite controversial. I don't know. I've been trying long ball. Now, I think with the new meta this year, with over the top through balls, just on the floor through balls, I feel like having your wide players and your strikers aiming to go for that kind of pass is great. I think it's kind of what's been working for me personally. I've been scoring a lot of goals, been creating a lot of runs through it, so that's kind of what I've been doing, and that's what I think it brings to your game. Because if you have a really fast striker, as it says on here, strikers who are fast with good attacking position attribute are the best at this tactic. So if you have any quick striker with good attacking positioning, this is perfect for it. So width and offensive, I think this is a completely different ball game. I go 1 up, 6th width. Now I want my wide players, especially when I'm playing 4-2-2 or 4-2-3-1. They're the kind of two I've been kind of wavering in between. But 6th width is kind of where I'm finding it's a good balance. It's just all to do with these through balls. To be honest, the games with the pace, it's a bit sad, but the pace is just so overpowered this year. So 6th width is what I'm going with. It allows me to make those down the 1-2s down the line, creates a lot of nice chances for cutbacks and things like that. Players in the box. Now this is one where I haven't really messed around with it too much. I feel like this is a good balance. If anything, maybe I'd go 4, but I have been using 5, and 5 has been good for me. I haven't had any issues with it. It's a nice balance between having players in the box, but also having people sitting outside. So that's where I kind of stand with players in the box. So I haven't changed that. I feel like it's a good balance, and I don't feel like you can really get. I don't know. Maybe you could do, like I said, maybe you could do 4 if you're taking a bit more a defensive approach. But 5 is what I'm going with because I'm not a defensive player. I like to attack. So next, corners. Now, for me, corners is always a 1, maybe a 2. I'm going to go 2, but 1, if you're extra cautious, you don't want to get caught in the counter-attack. Actually, I'm going to go with 1, and I'll tell you why. I, a lot of the time, don't cross the ball in. I'll pass the ball out. So having those 3 people sitting on the edge of the box is always good for me. So 1. And then free kicks 2. Obviously, this is just the position of the players. It doesn't really mean much. Apart from the corner one, I do feel like if you have more than 1, if you have more than 2, you leave yourself open for a counter attack, which is not ideal whatsoever. Now, obviously, as you guys saw in the title, it is a 4-2-3-1. Yeah, don't show it. It's fine. This is how I've currently got it right now. And then I'd have Neymar there, and then when I buy these 2 positions, that's where they'll go. So 4-2-3-1 again. It's pretty much standard. It's really balanced, really overpowered. You got width, you got a cam, you got your strikers, you got your 2 DMs. It's a very, very strong formation. Has been for years. So now instructions. I'm going to start from the back and go forward. Right. So the back is kind of the standard. Stay back while attacking. I feel like it's just you can't. You're asking for big troubles this year on the counter attack if you don't have them on stay back while attacking. You really are. Again, stay back while attacking and cover centre. It's kind of unfortunately just going to be the meta this year. So yeah, stay back while attacking, cover centre. That's pretty much all I do. With the defensive behaviour, I don't really like touching it. I feel like the AI genuinely has quite a good balance between it, so I kind of leave that to that. And interceptions again, I don't like going conservative or aggressive. I think it messes up the flow of the team way too much. So now the cam, I have a cam on stay forward, which obviously for obvious reasons for interacting with the two wide cams, and I want him in and around the striker. I want them pinging off each other, which is good. And then get into the box across. Now this is big this year, right? With these wide players, and I'll create a video on it soon, but the RBX crosses. Now these RBX crosses are no joke. They're arguably probably the most overpowered thing in the game in terms of a single mechanic. They are absolutely crazy. I've got so many clips of crazy crosses going in. So getting into the box across is a huge, huge instruction this year, guys. I can't stress enough how important, in my opinion, it is to have that on your player. And then again, positioning freedom. I usually try and stick to position. Drift wide, definitely not. You could do free run if you wanted, but I feel like it just causes a bit of chaos. Now, your wide cams, I have both of them the same. Again, literally all I do is get into the box for cross. Obviously, I stated how important that is for me personally. I don't put these two on stay forward, though. I don't. Because I like them to come back and help with the fullbacks. That's why I like having Mbappe there. He's rapid. He can come back and defend if he needs to. Now, the striker, the last position. Support runs, again, I just leave it. I feel like, especially now with the manual runs as well, you have a lot more control over what the runs they make, so I don't mess around with it. Getting behind, I do it sometimes, but again, I feel like you have a lot of control of how your players make their runs anyway, so I don't really like touching it. The only thing I really do, stay forward. Because I think that's all they need. I think as long as the striker's not running back and he's staying involved in the attack, there's no need for him to be doing anything else. So yeah, if I continue editing, and then the roles, that doesn't matter. You just choose who you want in your free kicks and whatever. But, so yeah, these are the tactics I am using at the moment. It's worked well for me so far. Obviously, this is very much up for change. But I've had a lot of people asking me what tactics I'm using. So I kind of had to make the video, as much as I probably don't think I'm necessarily ready to make it, because I just don't think that probably I've played the game enough. But saying that, if I show you guys, I have played well over 200 games now. So I feel like I do have a decent understanding of the game. Yeah, like 188, 4 and 23. So I played 215 games. So I've got a good understanding of what's going on. So yeah, but that is my tactics. Obviously, this is my team. I will have a few extra additions in. But yeah, hopefully I'll be back soon. Obviously, like, subscribe. I think we're literally 2 subscribers for 500. So if anyone hasn't subbed, honestly, it would mean the genuine world to me if you do. We're really grinding this year. I streamed over 70 hours on Twitch this week. So any support and love you guys show, it's really, really appreciated. And I guess I'll just see you guys for the next video. Peace.